The Bush campaign called you the Republican Obama. Is that an insult or a compliment?
Well, I don't think they mean it as a compliment, and I certainly wouldn't take it as that. Look, campaigns are going to say whatever they think gives them an advantage, and obviously someone is convinced, Jeb, that attacking me is going to help his campaign. It won't change the way we run our campaign. We're going to continue to give people serious candidacy that's optimistic but also realistic about America's future, about our challenges, about the direction our country needs to go. That's what I'm going to focus on. And if someone else chooses to go in a different direction, I think it's one of the reasons why Barack Obama was reelected in 2012, because too many candidates spend a tremendous amount of time attacking fellow Republicans and really undermining Mitt Romney before he was even the nominee. I hope we don't repeat that mistake in 2016.
You mentioned Jeb Bush in the debate. There was this big moment between the two of you. He mentioned you're missing votes in the Senate. He said as a constituent he wanted you to be there more. You came back at him not just on substance, but you questioned his motives. You basically said you're just doing it because your advisors have told you. Is there nothing genuine in his critique of you and your attendance in the Senate?
Well, there's no record of having criticized anyone else in the past that's found themselves in the same position. The truth is I don't like missing votes, but what I would really hate is to wake up on the first Wednesday of November to the news that Hillary Clinton's been elected president of the United States. So we're going to continue to serve the people of Florida. We do, I think, a very good job in our offices of serving our constituents in their interaction with government. We will most certainly be there for most votes and many votes. There will be some I will miss, and I will miss them because I'm campaigning so that in the future, those votes actually mean something. Far too many votes today in the Senate are predetermined. We know what the outcome's going to be. It's being done for messaging purposes, but it's never going to pass. Because even if you could find enough votes to pass it, the president would veto it. I want to become president so we can actually start turning some of these ideas into law, into policy. And so when we're away, that's what we're doing.
Was Jeb Bush your mentor?
He was a big part of, I don't know about labels like that, but he was most certainly a big part of my career. And I have tremendous admiration. I said that at the debate.
Right.
You're never going to hear me badmouth him. He was a great governor of Florida. And he's someone I have tremendous personal affection for. My issue's not with Jeb Bush. I'm running for president because I honestly believe that our party and our country needs to turn the page and allow people, a new generation of leadership that understands the issues before America now. I know there are people running that have more experience than I do on the issues we faced 17 years ago. But on the issues before America today, that's what we should be debating. And I just don't believe there's anyone else running who has a better understanding of the issues before us now than I do.
Are people wrong who say that the reason that was such a moment for you in the debate is because you have this relationship, this friendship with him, and you could basically call him on his motives, and that created this drama that everybody's talking about? People who support you say you put Jeb Bush in his place.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he said something, I had to respond, and I feel, obviously, what I said is something that I believe. I do believe that Jeb has been convinced by people around him that he needs to attack me in order to be more successful. I don't personally agree with it, but I'm not running his campaign. What I control is my campaign. My campaign's not going to be about attacking him or any other Republican. If there are policy differences, we should debate those. That's a legitimate issue. But I'm not going to badmouth other Republicans. I want to be the nominee, but someone on that stage is going to be the Republican nominee. I don't want to do anything that makes it easier for Hillary Clinton or whoever the Democrat nominee is to defeat the Republican, because we truly, as a nation, cannot afford another 4 years like the last 8.
Let me ask you on the Senate attendance question. In Iowa, the Senate campaign there, the Republican Senatorial Campaign Committee ran a bunch of ads against the Democrats saying he missed a bunch of votes, and it was devastating for him. Do you worry about, if it worked against the Democrat in that state, that it could cause you any political difficulty?
I'm not a political strategist. I'm a candidate. I can tell you what would hurt me more, and that is never coming to Iowa and interacting with the voters here. And I think people understand that if I do miss a vote, it's not because I'm on vacation. It's because I'm here interacting with the voters in the hopes that they'll give me a chance to be the Republican nominee and the president. Again, unfortunately, in the Senate today, the majority of votes that are taken are not going to pass. They're being voted on for messaging purposes, and important messaging purposes in many cases. I'm running for president so that in the future, when we vote to repeal Obamacare or reallocate the money from Planned Parenthood to another entity, we can actually turn that into policy, into law.
All right, Senator Marco Rubio, thanks so much.
Thank you.